What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video for ScaleRiders. This is 65 Lokes. Wanted to do this video covering the Dedicated Magazine Volume 3, which I just acquired recently. It's in hands here in studio on the bench. I went ahead and I did the pre-order a while back. And with that, obviously you get the poster, a sticker, and also some of the small license plates that you can use for your model cars. So for a lot of you guys out there that have been doing the pre-orders, this is pretty much what you get. And if you miss out on the pre-orders, you can always order the magazine on the MagCloud. On the MagCloud issue, it will have a variant cover as well. So for you collectors out there, if you want to cop both of them, you can get this one here. And you can also get the other cover as well, so this way you have both together. And so let's go right ahead and get right on into it. I'm gonna go ahead and preview half of the book here. I don't want to spoil the whole thing, but I want to show you just enough to interest you to get this book, in case if you've never even seen this book before. If you're someone who's just getting back into scale modeling, and you used to do it back in the day and you want to jump back into it, or you're just a fan and you want to know what's going on currently, this right here is what's documenting and on print at this very moment. So let's go right ahead and open the book up, check out the first page here. So there we have it, an ad from the homies out in Florida, Tropical Glitz. Shout out to Manny out there. And there's he used one of my Cadillacs here on the ad, and my Hudson Hornet there, and then also a Cadillac in the background of Alvin Reyes and another caddy from Armando Flores. Let's go right ahead and check out the table of contents. So here, the magazine, it's a pretty nice thick size magazine. It does cover a lot of different coverage on here, as you can see, and you can read from the table of contents here. There's all of these subjects and sections that are in the book. We also have, in each issue, they feature Innovator of the Hobby. For this third volume, we have Armando Flores. There's also a tutorial paint text section as well. These are great. It reminds me of the Lowrider bicycle magazines when they had their tech section showing you working, with your scale model cars. So this way, this helps answer those questions you guys have been wanting to know for the longest. There's also the show coverage here for a few shows that happened earlier this year, and then also the club corner, which features the Lowballers 124 scale model car club, and here is a photo of them right here. So this is just like a brief, these images here just showing you what you're getting in this mag. So let's flip the page over. We have a letter from the editor right up here. As you can see, some of the guys out in Texas hanging out. Over here on this side, this is one of the first articles here that covers the Bombs magazine, dedicated to Stephen Cromwell, rest in peace. You can see some more footage here, all from the show. You got the model cars and the 101 scale cars right there, and the guys all hanging out. Let's go to the next page. We have, this is very interesting. This is called the Gypsy Traveller. This here was created by John Teresi. Check this out, trip out. And yeah, I was like, whoa, what the heck? When I seen this is crazy. And just from reading the article, I mean, they do talk about wanting to surprise everybody. John, he's been on the podcast before. I've had him on as a guest. He is a very highly skilled model builder here from the Valley, and every year he always surprises us, showing new cars, innovative things, and just inspiring a lot of people. Shout outs to John Teresi. Keep doing your work, man. It's so dope, very inspiring. Let's move on to the next section. Here, this feature here of this Rivi, this artist, he goes by the name of Yoshiki Isada. He's all the way based in Japan. He's featured here. Really beautiful car. Such a nice guy as well. I had the pleasure to meet him a couple years back out in Japan as well. Here we have the feature with filmmaker Danny Hidalgo, based out of Chicago. He's also been a guest on the ScaleRiders podcast as well. And he's featuring some of Jeffrey's works, documenting. They just recently did a documentation. It got put out. I mean, I think they did it a while back, but it just got put out earlier this year. And I mean, these guys have been like getting a lot of recognition from doing what they're doing. Keep it up, Danny. Keep showcasing and showing the world what these artists are doing out there. Really appreciate your work. This next section here is it's called Family Affair. So pretty much it's such amazing and inspiring thing, beautiful thing we have here, because you have a family that supports each other. They call themselves the One to Scale family, and which you have the father and sons, just supporting each other, being very artistic. And I mean, I know a lot of you guys out there can relate to this. You guys have kids and you want to get them involved, obviously, like, sports and whatnot, but also in arts, when it comes to arts here. And as you can see, I mean, they have tons of really rad and cool cars. I've seen these cars in person at the shows, and they're beautiful. Such a cool thing that they got going in a cool article. So it's really nice to see things like this. This next section here, we have, it's called Color Our World. This is by Emilio, and as you can see, check it out. He goes by AKA Mr. Patterns. Shout out to him. He I mean, he just does his wonders, his magic with the colors, as you can see. And check that one out. I remember the first time I saw this and I was tripping out. I was like, what the heck? So many dang colors. I was just like, man, how long did that take? But yeah, you got to see these in person, definitely. So shout out to Emilio. On the next page here, we have the innovator of the hobby, which is Armando Flores. Many of you guys have heard his voice on the podcast. He's been on various episodes with me. He's helped me out a lot with the podcast. He just recently got back from Japan. He was out there for the Moon Eyes show. He did a presentation out there that he brought out for the first time, and I'm looking forward to seeing this presentation over at NNL West. He's a big fan of the lowrider scene out in Japan, and has like great relationships with a lot of the car clubs guys out there in Japan. And it was just really cool. He got to do this replica building called Paradise Road, and he also got to check out the shop while he was out there. And I believe they were gone for about close to 10 days, a trip, just visiting various shops leading up to the show. So it was really a very inspiring, cool thing. I wish I could have gone. I couldn't make it. I had to work. I had to do my thing. I'm sorry. But man, it looked like you guys were having a blast out there. But if you guys are planning to go to NNL West, you're in for a treat. You will be seeing Armando Flores there. He will be bringing his presentation there. And, I look forward to seeing that all displayed. And, oh, what do we have here? We have an ad for ScaleRiders model Car Culture Podcast. Check it out, the website. Shout out to the homies, Pete, scaleworld.net. And yeah, that's the new ad for this issue here that we ran with. It looks crazy. It's like full page. I like it. Over here we have another feature, Covenant, and this is from Thorn Hillborn. And I mean, first time I started to see his work on Instagram, I was just blown away. Like, wow, like this dude's like just pushing the boundaries. He's being experimental, but I like it. You know, he's taking that risk. Like he's just like busting out. And I really like that about it. And when I seen this, I was like, whoa, dude, like those colors and everything. He just made it happen. He brought this to life, and I really like it. So keep up the good work, dude. The next feature here, or ad I should say, is we got shout out to Showcase Hobbies out in Northern California, and also Iceman Collections, who's based out of Arizona. Make sure you guys also check out their websites. So if you guys need anything to do with scale modeling, we're starting to get to the middle, almost getting to the end here of this preview of this video. Styles of Beyond. This here is from Ricky Wallace. Check it out. Beautiful Mustang. Every time I see this, man, it reminds me of like back then. My dad had a red 5.0 Mustang, which I was always like thinking, man, he's gonna give it to me one day. One day I'm gonna get that car. And he did say, you will get that car. I wasn't even in high school yet. And then little, I don't know, thing got jacked up, got kind of wrecked, and that was it. Never got it. But anyway, let's move it along. Check this out. Really beautiful, rad dioramas from Stephen Cromwell, all the way in Texas. He was a guest on one of the earlier podcast episodes. We had conversations about Whataburger, Skateland, and just him expressing his love for scale modeling, bringing locations and scenes to life, things that have inspired him, and also the stories with his family, grandfather, and everything. That was like super cool thing. He's also a teacher out there. So hey man, keep up the good work, keep inspiring people, keep doing your thing. I really like that. And see, this is some more of his work right here. This is a great feature on him here. He was also like on the news. He's been making a lot of moves. You know, he's putting things on the map. Here he is in the center here with so right here he's this is a pretty cool picture, because that diorama he's holding is from Blood In Blood Out, and it's like you got one of the actors and one of the artists. The one on the left hand side is the one who had painted that mural, and the one on the right side is one of the actors that's in the film. And right over here we have some more photos. So that's Stephen Cromwell. Look him up on Instagram. Make sure you check him out. So this is like, as you can see, the staple. We're at the halfway. This is it. This is all I'm going to show you guys. So I'm going to close this right up. So this is volume 3 of Dedicated Magazine. You know, there's more coming out. We're already at the tail end of the year, so look forward to more issues dropping. And make sure you pick this up and read the articles on here, because they're really great with the features. On the other half, obviously, there's going to be the feature with the club that's featured on here, which is the homies, the 124 scale. You see, page 38. We got halfway. We still had more, but I don't want to spoil it. But hey, guys, make sure you check it out and get the mag, and you know, get inspired from all these people that are featured in this magazine. All right, thank you for watching and supporting ScaleRiders, and there'll be more videos coming soon. Peace.